Old Grognard says, let's learn how skill and ability score checks worked in 2nd edition AD&D. 2nd edition AD&D used what is commonly referred to as a roll-under system. To make an ability score check, the player would roll a d20. If they rolled equal to or less than their ability score, they would be successful. If they rolled over, they would fail. A natural 20 was always a failure in this system. Skills, or non-weapon proficiencies as they were called, were resolved in the same way if a roll was necessary. When using a non-weapon proficiency, the DM would decide if the task being performed was routine or difficult. If the task was routine, the player would automatically succeed. If the task was difficult, the DM would have the player roll. Non-weapon proficiencies were tied to one of the character's ability scores. In addition, there was often a plus or minus. For instance, the juggling proficiency's relevant ability is listed as dexterity, with a modifier of -1. This means that if a character's dexterity is a 15, their juggling skill would be a 14, so they would want to roll a 14 or under to succeed. If the character was juggling 3 apples, the DM would probably call this routine and not call for a check. If the character decided to do something out of the ordinary, like juggle flaming torches, the DM might have the player roll. Then again, if they did this often enough, it might become routine. Non-weapon proficiencies often gave a character additional abilities in addition to the obvious uses of the skill. For instance, the juggling character from earlier could attempt to catch weapons and objects thrown at them by making attack rolls versus armor class 0. Characters began the game with a certain number of non-weapon proficiencies based on their character class. They could also gain more at the beginning of a game by exchanging some of their starting languages as determined by their intelligence score for non-weapon proficiency slots on a 1-for-1 basis. As the character gained levels, they would also gain more non-weapon proficiency slots. They could use these to increase their skill in something they already knew how to do, or gain a new non-weapon proficiency. That's a basic rundown of how ability score and non-weapon proficiency checks worked in 2nd edition AD&D. Thanks for watching. Raisin the Gorilla Cat and I would like to wish you a wonderful rest of your day.